Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you. Another picture-perfect Sunday afternoon here. Steamy Sunday fun day at Gulfstream Park. And it's a big Sunday fun day as well because it's a mandatory Rainbow Six Sunday. And big pool yesterday, and we are kind of guesstimating at $750 to $1 million today in that pool.
Yeah, track is fast. I'm like starting off like Ron.
I know.
That was scary. Ron's not with us today, but he's got his rainbow ticket. But yeah, track is fast. Turf is firm. Pete is always fast. It's a nice little sequence today, and it'll be, like you said, a real Sunday fun day. A lot of stuff going on. At our sister track as well. Congrats to them because they had one person take down their $2 pick six yesterday.
Oh, I didn't see that.
For $107,000.
Cal Cup out there yesterday, was that it?
Yeah, it was Cal Bread Day.
Cal Bread Day.
So, congrats to everybody there. But, here it's going to be so much fun. Bad that bankroll to celebrate your Memorial Day weekend tomorrow.
You know, I didn't see your ticket, but you said you have two singles, and I had two as well. And then to me, you could literally buy every other race.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, I agree.
And just hope for some craziness. We'll get to it in a little bit, but let's get to the early pick 5 in the opening race. We're going to mile and an eighth on Tapeta. We don't do that very often in a maiden race. Let's take a look at my ticket. I did lose my top pick in here. There was one I felt like important scratch on the whole card. We'll get it out of the way in race number 1. In race number 2, it's my long shot in here. That is the 9, Spit the Bit. In race number 3, it's the 5, and that is Smile Poe. Race 4 kicks off that big rainbow. I'm on the inside with Good, Better, Best. And in race number 5, I'm on the 4, Starship Iceman on the turf in that one. That kicks off the TT pick 3. Here's a $36 early 5. It was $72, but with the big scratch of the 7 Daham in race number 1, it takes at least the morning line favorite out. Samantha, you were on this first-time starter, Mithril, and hey, you know what? Jose D'Angelo did scratch the 7. He'll run the 4.
Yeah.
My goodness, it's tough to win at 9 furlongs on debut.
Ooh, it is, and I think, there's a couple things going on here. The proven runners, I don't think are that great. Now, we'll watch the OBS work. Now, this was last year at the OBS June sale, which historically, it's kind of like the leftover sale. But look, watch this work. And I watched it a few times, Brian, and I couldn't figure it out. This filly worked, he worked 9 and 4 here. She is a filly. Sorry. Yeah, she's going to run against males. She worked 9 and 4 here. Early in the morning, 78 degrees, but this was fast, and she sold for $110,000, which for a Bouchero, that's quite a bit of money. Now, she travels a bit weird up front, but it's kind of just something that it looks like she is comfortable with anyway. But if she shakes loose, and if she forgets to stop, I don't know, it could be scary.
You know, you mentioned what they paid for her, $110. That was really before Bouchero got rolling.
Yeah, it wasn't until like maybe last summer that it really stood out. I mean, there were a few here and there, but he's really stamped now.
Has a Bouchero ever won a 9 furlong race?
No, I don't. I mean, I'll have to look. I don't think so, but that's the problem. But I just was thinking maybe that she'll have enough speed since she is a filly, she'll get weight from the rest of the field. Maybe she just forgets to stop, and the other horses just can't.
It's fair because there's not a lot in here. The Rizzer now, I would assume, auto defaults into your probably stiff favorite. The betting, it's silly to talk about it now, but he's up there at 3-2. He didn't run poorly behind Daham last time in Nudge. Kind of sort of freaked on the Tapeta for Pletcher and Rapoli.
Yeah. This horse I have in my notes. It's a big, long, heavy horse, needs 2 miles. Okay. So at least we'll get, we're a little short. I'm not going to do the maths on that, but a little short of 2 miles.
Well, I got to be honest with you. This might seem about 4 miles to some of these horses in here.
You're not wrong.
I thought the 3 was interesting. Tall Story for Sisterson, a firster. The Dam was good. It's a half to Bodemeister.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, the other 11th foal, the other 9 of them. Yeah. Or nothing, but this is a half to Bodemeister.
Yep.
We'll see.
I think the real horse to maybe it could be a wise guy horse is the Mr. Business. This horse, he worked pretty good at the OBS April sale. He worked 10 flat, and he's pretty athletic. Now, as far as going this far, at least I think Flameaway maybe can handle it a little more than Buchero.
I agree with that totally. Race number 2 kicks off the early pick 4. I'll send that out a little bit later. These are 12.5 maiden claimers, a mile and a 16th on the Tapeta for the 3-year-olds and up all the way, well, almost all the way to the outside at a giant number with Super Fight for you. Robert Smith had a speed horse yesterday on the turf, taking over this one.
Yes, and this is my long shot here. Is it? Yes, real long shot. All right. So this horse trying something new. As soon as he stretched out to 2 turns, it was a world's better effort here. Now, again, the form coming from Tampa, the word is still out on it. I got to look back at the races this weekend, but I can't think of one off the top of my head that came from a Tampa race.
And nobody's running it all.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a bit of a guessing game, but a 4-year-old, the 3-year-olds here, the 3-year-olds that are in here, they can run a bit, but I just feel like this is more of an advantage. I like this post.
Well, listen, my long shot's in here too. Spit the Bit's going to stretch out. We got Uncle Mo on the top. We got Bernardini on the bottom.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a horse that's supposed to relish 2 turns, so that's where I'll go. I mean, Milazzo's the horse to beat, I guess, with Zayas. There's nothing in here to be scared of whatsoever.
This could be a blow-up race.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Let's go one more here before the rainbow, and we'll zip along here. 5.5 in race 3 on the Tapeta. 3-year-old fillies will go at it. Your tag is 35. No changes. It's a field of 6. And, we're both on the same horse here, Smile Poe for Dave Fox.
Well, the debut race was amazing on the Tapeta.
On the Tapeta, yes.
Yep, all the Tapeta races are pretty good. And what's so cool about this horse is her precocity kind of carried her the 2 turns on the Tapeta, a couple starts after her maiden, but sprinting at the end of the day, I think, is what she wants.
Yeah, maybe Dave gets going now, too. He won the big drama yesterday. How cool was that?
Yeah.
Because he was he did a great job with big drama to a Breeders' Cup win. Blonde Jack and Wiggle and Wine, let's show it. In Neblina, for that matter. They threw down last time. Neblina did not. Blonde Jack and Wiggle and Wine. I know Wiggle and Wine won. I made Blonde Jack the favorite because she's outside, and an extra half furlong to me is going to help Blonde Jack more than Wiggle and Wine.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
It seems like Blonde Jack is kind of spread thin once you get to the 5.5 furlong race. Now, they take turns beating each other all the time. I think you and I both kind of wanted to do the same thing. A horse like Smile Poe is not coming out of this race.
No, exactly. And the 2 outside horses rallying down the crown of the track, the good spot on the Tapeta. All right, let's take a quick break here because we want to give plenty of time to this rainbow when we come back. That's race number 4. It's going to be around 2:25-ish in the p.m., maybe even 2:30 because we're about 5 minutes. 12:54 is a first post today. So stay tuned. Mandatory day. When we come back, we'll have all 3 tickets for you.
And they're off.
New DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
And welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Another beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach. We hope to see you out here. It's a fun day as well as it's a mandatory Rainbow 6 day. It kicks off in race number 4. Again, it's going to be around 2:25, 2:30 in the p.m. We'll start with Ron's ticket.
Yeah.
Ron is away today. Actually, he'll be back with us on Friday. And here's a 57.60, so he upped it a little bit. And Ronnie and Samantha filmed a video for this that's out there on Twitter and the YouTube channel and all that good stuff. And I believe he kind of lost a fringe contender, and maybe that was it, because throughout this sequence, there's nothing overly important that's scratched out. So here's Ronnie for 57.60. Let's go with Samantha next. I have not seen your ticket yet, but could be like mine because I have a couple singles.
Yeah,
too.
I'm spreading in the 4th. I think it's a tough tough race. Race number 5. I do have the 9 on top, G Speedy, and we've got a replay. I think this horse is very dangerous today. Race number 6, this is a tough one as well. I do have the 9 on top, and that is Breezer. And I in race number 7, I've got the 7, and it's Miss Gambolini. And I like her a lot today. There's some tough competitors in that race, but it's pretty good. Pretty solid feature stakes race today. Race 8, I have the 1 on top, Secret Lover. And I'm just going to, I don't even want to hear it. If you're going to say something, I'm singling El Muji.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's all I'm saying.
I
That's
know.
all.
Yeah, there's, you can't make something out of nothing here.
Well, you made something out of nothing last time when you beat him.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think he could lose last time.
Okay, that's fair.
So you might be right. I just can't trust that horse at all.
I don't blame you.
Here we go now. If I'm not alive going to race 7, I'll be pretty irritated to be
my gosh.
quite honest
Yes.
with you. We'll get to this race in a second. Race 5, I've got the 4 Starship Iceman. Race 6, I've got the 2 Monet Never. I'm essentially taking horses that have any kind of form whatsoever. It's Miss Gambolini should be 1 to 9 in race 7. She probably won't be that low, but that's how good I think she is.
Right.
Secret Lover, got to win today. Just has to.
Whoa.
So that's for me. And no, I can't back El Muhid after what I saw last time. So I'm on the 5 in there. Winning Fortune.
All right.
Roderick Rodriguez, first time on the turf since the claim. Getting back to the turf, 4 deep in there, $80 for me. So fun race to kick it off, right?
Yeah.
Because we're on the Tapeta. It's a starter optional claimer. I don't feel like the scratches do anything. It's the 3. The last bullet is mine. It's the 7. Katie's a lady. So we'll go with 7 in here. We kind of sort of have them all. Let's start with you on Lady Emily Catherine and 1 of 1. They threw down 2 starts ago on the Tapeta, and it was a winning effort by both of them, and it means I don't trust 1 of 1 as much, but she ran well too.
Yes, she did, and I think I put her in my ticket as well. I did. We'll watch the replay, like you mentioned. It was a really game effort by 1 of 1. Lady Emily Catherine, I think you could argue, was maybe not on the best part of the track like 1 of 1 was. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, but at the same time, she
that's the problem.
Yes.
Not to cut you off. She is on the best part of the track, and
right.
she's not doing any better than 3rd. That bugged me a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you have to give Lady Emily Catherine a lot of credit for this race here. She shipped over to Keeneland. She didn't run too well there. I mean, she wasn't bad.
No.
She still beat a couple horses, and then the 3rd place finisher came back to win. But that was not her thing. I think they just wanted the 2 turns. And, hey, try it out. Why not? She'd never been on the dirt and a frosted. Why not put her on the dirt? You want to get 2 turns here for her.
No, I think she's clearly the horse to beat. I'm not going to use the 9 in my ticket. Hey, good, better, best. She's just all racehorse. I mean, she was over her head last time. Do Gooder might win stakes for Jenna Antonucci. Now, I don't know if she can win stakes out of town, but over here on our right, she's a freak on this turf course. I like the Tapeta races back. I know they were with Victor Barboza, but Pete Walder's got her rolling pretty good, too. Why can't we get back to those Tapeta races?
Well, that's the thing. She hasn't been on the Tapeta in quite some time, and so maybe you give her a little bit of credit for that. The last time it was a winning effort, and it was right here. So maybe.
Bet Stormy is slow, but we don't want to get into that too much on the Tapeta.
No, you
she
can't.
is 3 for 3.
Yes, she is. And Bobby DeBona had win yesterday. This is a barn that's doing well. You have a Misael.
I hope you do get 6 to 1 if you're betting her, because she is slow. No Sarah's Dream. She's a huge player in here. Did you use her in your ticket? She's 3 for 3 on Tapeta.
I guess I didn't. I don't know. I don't. Here's the thing with her. Maybe I beat her up a little bit too much as far as her Tapeta races, but.
She's 3 for 3.
Yeah, she's fresh. That's fair.
At her.
Yeah, I better. You're right. It's fair.
Late pick 5 in race number 5. Now, this is the TT pick 3 as well. So this is Miss Samantha on both of them. 35K maiden claimers here for 3-year-olds and up. It's a clean 9-pack. She'll take over here with 2 tickets.
Yes, so we'll show the Tropical Turf pick 3 first, because the pick 5 is just a run a back of my, well, a little bit narrower than that. But yeah, we'll look at my Tropical Turf pick 3. It is a $9 play here. I love the 9 here. I almost just hit it cold, just 978, but I'm going to use the 1 and the 3 in this opening leg. Race number 7, that's Miss Gambolini. Excited to get into that race with you, and then I get what you're doing in the finale. I guess I couldn't figure out if it wasn't going to be if it was not going to be El Muhit, who the heck would it be? And I couldn't narrow it down. I think something maybe funky could happen. I know Ron has his long shot. That's the 6 developed product, but I'm just going to go what's in front of me, and it's $9.
You know, your horse is 6 to 5 on the morning line. He could be 2 to 5 in there.
He could,
perfectly honest with you.
And I'll tweet out my late pick 5. It's a run
there
back.
we go. We'll talk about the 9 because G Speedy blew way up at Tampa. I love these kind of horses. 0 on one surface, get to another surface, boom, way up. He's a big threat in here. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and let's watch the replay.
Okay.
This actually, it did impress me. Not kind of, it did. Because the winner was 1 to 5. You look at this 14 to 1 play, and this horse is so game on the outside. He switches leads perfectly. He did kind of lug in a little bit there, and that was just like a product of him kind of just switching into his leads with that momentum. And he could not get, and he still kind of is hanging on that horse a little bit. Okay, he got beat fair and square. If you keep rolling this replay, the gallop out was fantastic. Fantastic. So now we're at the mile and a 16th. He's got enough speed to be in the mix at least early on. Well, why not today?
You know the beauty of this race. Well, let me talk about my horse. I think my horse. I'm kind of hoping Lionel goes here. I think we can clear this field. Starship Iceman off 2 dirt wins. Steve Dwoskin. He's got a stakes winner now doing this thing.
Yeah.
Stretching out. Blinkers on too. Lionel, let's go with this horse. You know the beauty of this race.
What's up?
Is that the favorite, Buzz Rocket, who should be, I would assume, a huge favorite. I feel like you and I would be in front of him at a half-mile point.
Well, that's fair.
Right?
And
Rails at 59 feet every
you're the Starship Iceman. I wanted to make this horse. It's the only 5-year-old in the field.
Yeah.
But this is a huge, heavy horse. When I saw this horse back in October.
The 4 or the 1?
The 4.
Okay.
He needs gelding. He really does. He was just a head case on debut. Last time out, he was a little bit better, but he's just so heavy and big. And, for the grass, I'm not a huge fan of that. But I'm Steve Dwoskin's biggest fan with horses moving to a new surface for the first time. I don't know.
What about the 1? Oof.
Well, there you go. I watched that replay again, and the running line says improved. The other horses in front of him were stopping.
Comes out of a super key race. You had the winner that day, Pletcher, AP Kid. He went up to Keeneland. He was dreadful.
He was.
This
is a half to California Chrome.
Good for him. I'm not buying this horse at all. Ronnie tried to get him home. He ran pretty well, but he's got no speed at all.
You can't win. Unfortunately, you just can't win with the rail setting like that here. And there's not enough speed up front for him anyway.
Go watch a turf race out here. You're not passing anybody. He's going to have to be really good. They're going to hammer him too.
They will.
Yeah, late 4 in race number 6. I'll tweet that out as well. 5 furlongs on the Tapeta. These are 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2. We're going to scratch out the 1 in here, and that is Vinicio, and on the outside with Breezer. Man, it's funny. I try Breezer when he's 49 and 45 to 1. I'm off him when he's 7 to 1 and 9 to 2. He hits hard in here.
He does, and now we'll switch to Edwin Gonzalez, which I think is a nice move here for the Sano barn. Sano has got to pick up eventually.
He won a race the other day.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, there are some horses. I know you're trying to drag him home. Yep. He has horses that are very live today, and I think he's one of those trainers that if he wins, like, 1 on the card, you better bet him the rest of the day, honestly.
I like that.
Yep.
Monet Never now is in the inside. That's not ideal. Yeah. I wouldn't expect him to be on the inside when they turn for home. He's going to try to loop him down the crown, which is good. He was good last time. A little bit of a drop today. Carlos Perez, I like that barn quite a bit. 2 Monarch, to me, I made this horse the favorite because he's got speed. Yes. I know the race 2 back was 3-year-olds. That's a good group. Torches Past is good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the last Tapeta race. That is, But I think that this distance is it might be a bit too sharp, but if you get the version of Turfway Park of him where he's 23-47-1, then you're going to be okay.
His speed makes him a huge threat in here. Here's the race 7, the feature, the Ladies Island. These are fillies and mares, 3-year-olds. And up, 5 furlongs on the turf. Again, the rails at 59 feet. We're going to scratch the 2 drum roll. We're going to scratch the 5 trumpets. Now, trumpets couldn't win, but she's got wild speed. That's only going to flatter Miss Gambolini. Let's show you the race. Miss Gambolini, I have no idea how this horse was 9-5. And not the favorite in this race.
Yeah.
This is like the overlay of the century. This is also her first start since November. This is a really good horse.
She's very, very good. She's she's a beast. She
dragging
really is.
These horses around.
Yeah, and everybody's just trying. Tiffany Gold is a nice filly.
She really is.
And she swatted her. I mean, she makes her look like a pony comparatively.
Great Venezuela's good.
Yeah, Great Venezuela's really good too. And Great Venezuela, the good thing with Great Venezuela is she had a ideal setup there to come running late.
And she had recency, and she was getting Lasix back, and she had everything. And there's Miss Gambolini in about 4th gear.
Yeah, and the rails were at 49 feet that day, too. So, I mean, 59 feet, so same as today.
If the gates open, I will be stunned if she does not win this race.
Okay, fair.
Stunned. I like what you're doing because those 2 gals just got beat up by the favorite. Let's put someone else in the middle.
Yeah, so originally I did have her on my pick 6, though, and I took her off because I just I like that she's fresh. This looks like maybe just she obviously likes Saratoga. Let's get her a race here. Maybe we have her there for the summer. She's not. She I think will pick up some minor placing. She's 1 for 1 on this grass course.
She's not beating Miss Gambolini.
No, not the stablemate. No.
I'm all for trying to beat huge favorites. I would not advocate doing it here, and please don't play a ticket where you're using somebody else equally. You can have a backup, that's fine. You saw our tickets. When you use somebody else, it doubles a ticket. You're doing yourself a major disservice as a bettor playing like that. Use backups in that race if you want, and then narrow down with your other races, with your A's. Do not double a ticket in a race like that. Race number 8 kicks off the late double. We're going to go 7 on a fast main track. 3-year-olds are 4 and up, which have never won 3. Just a jock switch. The 7, I'm a Peppa. Lionel Reyes will get aboard on the I'm a Peppa. That's a good catch ride. He delivered one at 19-1 yesterday. We love the work he does. I'm singling my best bet of the day, Secret Lover. You have him on top, but with not as much confidence as me.
No, I don't. Now, that's not to say that he's the likeliest winner, but my gosh, the rail I don't mind too much. I think that the race was a good one, but it's just so many underneath finishes, and it's like if he. It just seems like he's stuck in 2nd gear. But Edgar Zayas rode him well last time. Mr. Scatter was good. I don't know. It's today the day.
Well, Mr. Scatter was horrible yesterday. So do take note of that.
I didn't even think about that.
Mr. Scatter and Pete had a great line. If Mr. Scatter wins from there, he'll be on Sports Center. He was at Arby's with Dennis early in the race. That's how far back he was.
Oh, yeah.
25 lengths. He was awful. I don't know what happened there. So that's food for thought. Let's show you Federal Exchange and Lace Up.
Yep.
They went at it last time. They were 2 and 3 last time behind Akati King, who's pretty good on his day.
Right, yeah, he is. Akati King is winning races again and kind of switching barns. So this race is so interesting because Lace Up did everything but win here and was in the wrong lead. Now, Federal Exchange, I think people are going to maybe get a little enamored with the fact that he was gaining ground here, and that was going 6, and now we're going to stretch out to 7.
Right.
But still, he was never – I don't think you can run to the window based off that alone.
Lace Up ran a way better race than Federal Exchange.
Yes.
Way better.
Yes.
Even though he lost to him. I know it
but
sounds kind of silly.
Yeah, but no, you're right.
He was
up
race.
up in it.
Way better. Lionel's got a good ride here. No, I'm a Peppa for you. To me, he was the only one that I thought.
Talk about him. I just want to check something. I'm just looking at one thing with him. Hold on. I've got a story on him, but
I mean,
gotta
he's
yes,
an underneath kind of horse. So I get it.
He, during the championship meet, I was making sure I was fact-checking myself. During the championship meet, he was entered.
Yeah, he scratched out like 7 times.
Well,
right?
he had Irad Ortiz, and they scratched the vet that scratched him behind the gate. So he's been away now since then. I don't trust him. Yeah, he's fresh, but
I like that 5 furlong work at least.
well, which one?
On May 9th.
May 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
His best race is the Main Danger, but I agree totally. Where you been, and there could be, if does he need a race or what?
I think Diamond Mesa is an interesting one. So this was on second look today.
Robert Smith's running live horses. He's coming over here running live horses.
He claims the horse back too.
Yeah, he had this horse.
Yeah, he did. And look at the 7 furlongs. He's in the money 3 times out of 4 starts now.
Yep.
Those were conditional claimers at Tampa, so different. But hey, Marcos Meneses has been aboard him a bulk of his starts.
Yeah. Well, let's just talk. I showed a stat yesterday on this barn because I wanted to.
You did,
This is a barn that's now, I think, 2 for 44 on the year. This is not a 5% barn. This guy is good.
Yes.
The stat yesterday, he was 12% with turf routers. He's done good work with this horse. Barns go in and out of form and conditions. Don't think this is a 2 for 44 kind of barn. This is a solid barn that comes over here with live horses every year when Tampa shuts down I think they shut down Derby weekend now.
Yeah.
So, just take note of that, not only for today, but going
Moving
forward
yeah,
as well. All right, here's a finale now. Everybody's hoping to be alive here, and a lot of people are going to be alive to a very, very short favorite. 17.5 maiden claimers here, just the 3-year-olds, 1 mile and a 16th on the turf, rails out at 59 feet. The 2 is a gelding. The 3 has Marcos Meneses, and the 13 and the 14 are out. They do not draw in. It all starts, and a lot of people are going to hope it ends, with the 8 El Muhit. He didn't run badly last time. Rahid rode the wave of the turf course.
Yep.
He was closing late. I worry that we're going to see the same exact thing today.
Well, the race on May 4th, that 17.5 race.
Let's bring it up, guys, while she talks.
That was a little bit better than this race. Accelerate Me for Kent Sweezy. I tried him on debut. This was his 2nd time out. He was dropping. He was like in a maiden 50 on debut.
Yeah.
Now he dropped. Rashid was running in maiden special weights all championship meet and then drops. This guy, this race here, there are no maiden special weight droppers that he's going to run against. He was gaining ground with each step. Was he going to win? No. How do you improve off of a horse that was coming from the Brendan Walsh barn? That's tough to do because he's such a prolific turf trainer. But now we stretch out an extra 16th of a mile.
Yeah. No, I'm not fighting you on it, but that was his race last time.
Yeah.
I know the winner got loose, and
He
you're
did.
right, he was a dropper.
The rails were at 66 feet that day,
He had some class.
too.
Well, they're at 59 here.
Yeah.
That was the money time last time. Now he's going to do it again. You know what I think is very interesting? Nobody wanted to claim this horse for 17.5.
Why would you?
I don't know.
I just feel like in the summertime, like you got to pick and choose your spots you want to claim. And another thing too, maybe this horse is not going to be great on the Tapeta. Where the turf will take a little rest on it at some point. So what are you going to do with a horse like this? You're not taking him to Saratoga or Canterbury or
no, but I'm just saying you're allowed to pick holes at horses that are probably going to be 4 to 5.
Absolutely. And I was the biggest against him last time, so I don't disagree. Well, where do you go now?
Well, that's the problem. I get it. There's nothing, anybody else is a reach, like my horse is, the 5 Winning Fortune. But we're going to go now immediately. I like a little bit of a freshening here. Roderick Rodriguez claims him. And when you pick a horse, you can make excuses. Maybe the freshening's not ideal, but you know what he did? He backed off. He sat out the championship meet. Now he's with his friends here. The turf races for McPeak, they weren't great by any stretch of the imagination, but they were against fields way better than this field.
Game winner 1 for 23 turf routes.
Yeah, but he's run okay on the turf.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
You're right. That's fair. He's got to be involved in it earlier on, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to think is going to put him in the race.
And you like him for long shot horses.
I do like
for
long shots. Okay, the more dangerous, likely horses are Trackster, right? The 11 and the 12, certainly Risen Sun.
Yep.
I use them both. Let's start with Trackster. Joe Orsino, he wins 3 races a day, it seems. Sticky McSchnickens on Thursday, we'll see him. He was really good in this race.
Yep.
We've got a stat as well. Joe's rolling.
Yep, he is, and I like what they do here. They give him a race, and they stretch him out. First-time turf, second-time starters here at Gulfstream Park. 18%, a really nice ROI. That ROI, well, never mind. I was going to say it was padded the other day because the Edgar Zayas horse won with Joe Orsino at a big price. But that was Tapeta. That's here nor there. That took down the Rainbow. But he won't be too far out of it, I don't think.
How about Edgar getting aboard as well?
That's
Rising
nice,
Sun's got post problems, but he
That's
is
tough.
certainly in the mix trying. Yoshida was a cool horse, Grade 1 winner on turf and dirt.
Yeah, and I think I looked up Yoshida too because I didn't think that. It's interesting because Yoshida doesn't drop a lot of turf routes. Yeah, 21 for 166, so 12%.
Yoshida's win in the Grade 1 Turf Classic, I think, on Derby Day was in, if I remember correctly, was in like the biggest bog of all time.
Oh.
So I don't know. That's not a bog out there.
No, that's not. Yeah.
Lightning round time, fun rainbow
Yeah.
today, and that's what we lead with, as we always do on these kinds of days. It's a mandatory day, 225-ish in the PM.
Yeah.
Pool that could be $750,000, maybe $1 million.
Yeah, it could be. It's a very fun day. It's a great holiday weekend. People
Yeah.
are firing. Families are together. Play a ticket with your friends and enjoy. It's fun. It's so much fun.
You know, Belmont Week is at Saratoga this year, and our Fountain of Youth winner, Sovereignty, is gearing up potentially to take a crack at the Preakness winner in a Derby rematch. But championship horses galore, and here's the Curlin Florida Derby winner. What did you? I don't even know if we talked about this. What did you think of Fierceness's comeback on Oaks?
I thought it was
Day.
extremely impressive.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Look at him.
And fast.
This horse is he's filled out so much, which is what you like to see. Now he's working with Tuscan Sky, who is maybe one of the worst morning workhorses ever, just kind of a slow plotter. But you saw the exercise rider. He had the feet in the dashes trying to keep him under wraps. He looks like he came out of that race in Churchill Nice. What did you think of it? Did you like it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I thought
Yeah.
it was good. I thought it was very good. It was a means to an end, and
Yeah.
now it's go time. We wanted to show you White Barrio,
Yeah.
who geared up as well.
Well,
Safi
maybe-
sent it to you. We didn't have a good
Yeah, but
it wasn't a proper video to show because it was a little blurry and things like
Yeah.
that. You said he worked awesome.
oh yeah, that was a scary, scary work.
Yeah.
Hopefully XB TV or First TV caught it. So if we do, we'll give it to you on Thursday. But wow.
Yeah, so Pegasus World Cup winner
Yeah.
now doing that. Coast to Coast is back today as well between our track and our sister track. We'll give them a promo too because they do race tomorrow
Heck
on
yeah.
Memorial Day. Hope everybody has a good holiday. But here you go here. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make Samantha do it, but it's 2 hours and 1 minute here.
All right.
Best bet for you today?
It's Elmo Heat.
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm busting your chops a little bit, but you were dead set against that horse last time. So if you like him today, here's
Yeah.
a TT pick 3
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. Right smack in the rainbow, okay?
Yep.
So Elmo Heat to wrap up a lot of people's rainbow. Boy, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a little earlier, but in the sequence, 81, race 8 to 1, Secret Lover for me. How about your long shot? Is that in the sequence?
Yeah, no, it's earlier. Race
Okay.
2. It's the 11 horse strike. What is? I forget the name now. Why is it
The
escaping?
9-11
Super Fight.
Super Fight. All right, $10 on our long shot. You get to play a nice big fat rainbow. If that
Exactly. We'll try that out.
happens, I am in the rainbow. I do believe. I hope. Yeah. Oh no,
good.
I'm not. I'm same race. That's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a long shot race too.
It is.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, there we go. 2 long shots to get you to the rainbow. Race 4 today. Pete's upstairs. He'll run you through all the scratches and changes. The good news is I don't think there's much significance in terms of the rainbow. It's all right there in front of you. We'll have the tickets out there. You've got time to figure it all out too. Race number 4 today. Again, 225-ish in the PM. We'll be back with you for the opener. Brian and Samantha with you all day. Good luck.